How we doing? How we doing? Nah, don't get scared now. I be laughing so hard my stomach hurts. Welcome to Larry's World. Mother truckers, yeah. How we doing today, people? Uh, can you dig it? Yeah. What's going on with you, Thomas, man? I got a little bit of a glare. Thank you for joining me on my live, man. And I'm going to call you back a little later on. I had a good topic on my mental I wanted to go ahead and get off right quick. I have a little bit of a glare on my phone. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and get this topic off anyway, though, man. That ain't nothing but the devil trying to get in the way. But the devil is a lie. The truth is not in him, man. How you doing today, brother? Thank you for joining me on my channel today, man. And we conversed, man. We had a good old conversation today, man. I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up in a quick prayer, right quick. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Jesus Christ. Bow your heads, close your eyes with me, Thomas. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day today, Lord. This day that was not promised, Lord, but you let us see it anyhow. Lord, as people, Lord, we have to learn to take accountability. We got to stop blaming people for the bad things that's going on in the world. We got to understand today, Lord, that we caused everything that's going on in this world. And we not learning to give it to God. Lord, the day we learn to give it to you, and learn to know that the things that's happening in this world is because of us, the world will be a better place. And as always, Lord, you just gave me a very serious dun, 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 download. You put it in my mental, you're going to put it in my heart. Hey, my God, and release it from my vocals today, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this, I got to make an old phone call to the man upstairs. 1-800 Jesus. Jesus, what's going on, baby? Jesus Christ, save my life. My God, that's a good old topic. Thank you, sir. That's a good topic right there. God, that's a good one. Thank you. Peace. YouTube family, what's going on, Thomas, man? Today's topic is going to be people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. What you think about this topic right here, man? I need your input on this. Today we're talking about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. See, man, most times in life we blaming the president, y'all. But I'm on here to say right now, y'all, we are the reason for the bad economy, y'all. What I need y'all to understand is we caused what's going on in the world. You know, we put Donald Trump in the White House. We did it. You know what I'm saying? We did it because if you didn't go out and vote, you put him in. If you didn't vote, you put him in. Because you didn't voice your opinion. You didn't voice who you wanted in there. So we got to stop. We got to realize, too, the gas prices and stuff are ridiculously high because we're not having a good gift of discernment. We're not having a good gift of discernment who to put in the White House. I don't know who this message is for. We put them in there. We as people put him in the White House. We did it. We did it. Okay, we put him in here. We put him in here. I need y'all to understand that. Hold on, y'all give me a second. I keep getting... We put this certain individual in here today. Y'all give me a second. I keep getting all these notifications. Y'all give me a second. Sorry about this, y'all. Give me a second, Thomas. Yeah, but I don't know why I keep getting all these. But we put... Sorry about that. My phone acting crazy. We put him in here. So when things don't go our way, we got to realize we are the one who caused the conflict and the reason why the wars are going on. We do it as people. We have choices each and every day. Fano, what's going on with you? Thank y'all for joining me in my live stream today, y'all. I want to say I greatly appreciate y'all for being in my live stream today. Today we talked about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. What y'all think about that? We as individuals are the reason for this bad economy. We are. We point the finger to the president, but we put the president in there. We put him in there. Y'all put the devil in the White House. You put him in there. So we can't get mad as people. Like I said, if you didn't vote for the individual, if you didn't vote, if you didn't go out and vote, then you put him in there. If you didn't vote or you voted him in, then you did it. And we want to blame him to fix the economy. See, that's the problem is most time, y'all, we looking for the president to fix this economy. He can't do it. It has to be, God has to do this right here. We're not sticking together as people. And of course, they're going to continuously jack the prices up. Why would they not jack the prices up? They're going to continue to jack the prices up because people are continuously spending it. So why am I going to lower the prices on Jordans if I know you're going to take your rent money and buy the Jordans? Why? Why would I do that right there? Why would I do that? Humanity is a simple medium or two polar force to play out in an overall narrative. Time and space just give us a chance to play out. Yeah, that's true. So what you think? That's what we're talking about, man. That's what we're talking about today. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, people are the reason for the bad economy. I want y'all input on this topic right here. I want y'all input on this right here. Tell me what y'all think about this. This is what I feel. I feel like we put the president in there. We got to suffer the consequences. Whatever happens, happens. We don't get along as people. We don't stick together. We don't stand by one another. So we are the reason why we're in the ruckus we're supposed to be in. We're looking for him to be a God. We're looking for the presidential officials to be gods, and they're not. The government officials are not gods. We're treating these individuals like God. So now right now, Jesus Christ is saying, okay, you want the government official to be your God, so you go to him for your problems. You see what I'm saying? And it all worked out in the government, the president's favor. We as people allowed it. Now, when I say we as people, I'm not talking about you as an individual. Please don't get on my channel and be sentimental. I'm not saying you as an individual. I'm talking about as a whole. We put this guy in there. But we want to blame the world for why we can't get stimulus checks and all of that right there. Number one, if most people learn to get off their butt and go out there and work, we won't have to worry about the government officials. I don't know who this message is for. Yes, we need somebody to run the world, but we put them in there. We spending beyond our means. The housing market not going to go down because they worried about people losing their job. I don't know who this message is for. I tell y'all all the time, the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. And it's going to always be that way until the day we die. We as individual people have to make a difference. I don't know who this message is for. Stop looking for the government officials to change this. They're not going to change it. Because you're not putting God first, number one. So like I said, we're not putting him first. It's never going to get better. It don't matter what president we put in there. I want y'all to understand that too. If the president is not of God, I'm going to say that again. If the government official or president is not of God, the world is going to be corrupt anyway. It's going to be corrupt. Look who you put in there. We looking at more about, so we look at the president election, we looking at what he don't done and all. We're not looking at his religious belief. We got to start looking at what they believe. If they don't believe in God, what the hell you put them in there for? You're not putting nobody in God in there, and you wonder why the world bad. That's crazy. You're not putting the man of God in there. That's it. Okay. That's true. Just like if we don't do what God said, then it doesn't work. That's it. We putting people in the White House that's not of God. And that's why the world is the way it is. So right now, God is saying, okay, you wanted that particular president to be in there. That's who you are stuck with now. We put them in there as people. I'm going to keep being redundant on here. And listen, we can voice our opinions all day long. But once I got something and I feel like I highly agree with it, I agree with it. People can get on here and voice their opinions. I'm going to listen. I'm going to read the comments. He said Trump literally came out of Jewish a few days ago, but you wouldn't know anything about that. I mean, right now, listen, I'm not going to get into that. Like I said, we put the president in there. We are the reason why the world it is. We are the reason why the world is corrupt. We the reason why there's wars. We the reason why people get sick because everybody too busy hating on each other instead of uplifting people. We do what we do to ourselves. We the reason why people go out here and get HIV. We the reason why people get AIDS. We are the reason for everything that happens in the world. We can't blame God. We can't blame the devil. We as individuals have to learn to take accountability. And I don't see nobody in the world doing that. So stop blaming the world for why the economy is bad. Stop blaming the president. It's not the president's fault. Y'all put him in there. I didn't put him in there. But I'm talking about as a whole, as individuals, we as people put him in there. Not me per se or not you per se. You worried about a stimulus check. God can give you more than a stimulus check, man. I don't know who this message is for. God can give you more than all that. He can give you more than a stimulus check. He can give you abundance. So y'all thought by putting this particular president in there, y'all thought the economy was going to get better. And it backfired, didn't it? Now we stuck with this joker for another 4 years. And then you know he's trying to run 2 terms. I bet y'all didn't know that either. He's trying to run for a 3rd term. And we are the reason for it. We are the reason. So I don't want to hear no complaints. And most time when I hear people complaining, it be from the people who did not vote. Listen, people who did not vote, I really don't want you guys complaining. I don't want to hear it. Lord help get this done. Okay, I really don't want to hear it. You didn't vote, I really don't want you complaining about why the world is the way it is. Because we caused it. You put the wrong person in there. Instead of y'all need to start looking at their spiritual background. Stop looking at their GED, or not their GED, or they whatever degree they got. You looking at all that. What kind of walk is he walking with Christ, y'all? That's what I need y'all to learn. I hope y'all learned a valuable lesson behind this presidential election. Instead of looking at what they don't done, most people are looking at what they graph chart look like, what their educational level. The hell with that. The hell with that. Y'all looking at the wrong thing. Oh, thank you. Anytime, Yemen. We're looking at it the wrong way. We need to look at his spiritual background. That's what we need to do in the future. Before we just put anybody in there, let's start looking at the spiritual background of who we are electing as president. I don't know who this message is for. Stop blaming him. Y'all put him in there. We did it. Blame ourselves. That's what we need to do. Not saying you in general. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Rabbit Watch, what's up with you? What y'all think about that? Y'all want y'all to come on down in the comment section today. Today we talking about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. What y'all think about this? I want y'all inputs on this today. Let's come on in here. Let's talk about this thing. We blaming the world, but who really put them in there? That's what I want to talk about. Let's converse about this thing right here. Let's converse about this. I want some comments. I want y'all to get in the comment section. Who put him in there? We put him in there. Y'all blaming him. Oh, he took away this. He taking this out of schools. No, we took it out of schools. We took the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff out of schools. We are the reason why food stamps are to a minimum. We are the reason why the gas prices are high. We did it, not the president. You put the devil in there. We put the devil in there. Yeah. So now we are stuck with him. I'm not going to say we no more. I'm going to stop putting myself. This not French. It ain't no we. You guys, not saying you in general. I didn't put him in there. I voted for the other president. I did not vote for whoever's in there right now. Y'all put him in there. This is not for everybody, but you put him in there. So now you got to reap the benefits. Unfortunately, y'all, we all got to reap it. And it ain't nothing good coming out of it. You know, he taking black history and stuff out of schools. That's very important. You know, they taking all that away. You know, the police rights and all that, all that. It's because this is who y'all voted in as president. Congratulations. Y'all wanted him in there, you got him. Congratulations. You got him. That's who you wanted. That's who was in there. Let's talk about it. Y'all being shy on me. We gonna talk about it. Y'all put him in there. I didn't put him in there. I know who I voted for. I didn't put the president in there. Y'all put him in there. And then most of y'all want to sit back and depend on the government to do everything for y'all instead of y'all getting off y'all lazy asses and going out there to work. You did it. Kate, 2014, what's going on with you? I'm geeked up too, man. I'm geeked up about this topic right here. People are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. Yes, it's not right the things that the president is doing, but we put him in there. We did it. You know, a lot of people didn't vote. You the reason why the certain president is in there. If you didn't vote or you voted for the wrong president, then hey, bravo to you. You did it. God is still sovereign over all leaders. Every breath, every day, every moment is in His hands. God says a season is over. Is over. That's it. But yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying, Thomas. A lot of times, man, we have to. We got to start looking at the spirit. You're right on that. We got to start looking at the spiritual background of the individuals that we're putting in the White House. They don't have no spiritual beliefs, but we putting them in there because we looking at, oh, he did this over here. He or she did this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can personally give a rat's butt about what the individual did. Okay, what they did in this country over there. I want to know, is this individual following Christ? Because that's going to determine how the world is being ran. Now we know the world is being ran by a demonic entity. We know God is in control. We all know that. But we talking about as far as government officials, we know it is ran by demonic spirits. We didn't put a godly person in there, so that's why we stuck where we are. But as individuals, we got to stop putting so much trust and stuff in the presidents. That's the problem, man. We put too much trust and loyalty in government officials. Now, I understand we have to respect these individuals, but we put too much trust in them, and this is why the world is the way it is. That's why you got brothers falling out with brothers, sisters falling out with sisters, because we saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, oh, they took this away. They took, no, we didn't. We did it to ourselves. It's just that simple. We did it. So anybody who they feel like they want to blame the government officials, you might as well point the finger to yourself. Like I said, when I say you in general, I'm not talking about you per se. People has to stop being so sensitive too. I need people to stop being so. My friend was here. This guy legit vanished. Wow. It's all good. But yeah, man, I want you to get on in here today. Tell me what you think about this topic here today. I want everybody's input. Don't be shy on here with me today. We're talking about people are the reason for the bad economy. What do you think about this? I want everybody's input on this topic. I want to know what y'all think. I could talk about this topic all day long. I want to know what you think as a human being. I want every human being's information on this. Don't be shy. We got to talk about this thing. Like I said, it's not right what the government officials are doing. I don't agree with none of the things that's going on. But if we would have all stuck together as one united front, we would not be here. Like I said, next time we need to start looking at the spiritual background of who we are allowing to get in office, instead of looking at all his degrees and doctorate degrees. That's not going to get us into heaven anyway. Your stimulus check not going to get you into heaven. I don't know who this message is for. Millions of dollars are not going to get us in heaven. Being righteous is what's going to get you in heaven. Listening to a true prophet and falling by what the prophet of God is saying is what's going to get you in heaven. Okay? Y'all knew the president that's in there. You knew how wicked this individual was. But yet we put him in there anyway. Not we. I'm not going to say that anymore. You guys put him in there. So this is why we are where we are. Okay? I hope we learned a valuable lesson behind this here. I hope we did. But I got a feeling we didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I got a feeling we didn't learn. See, most time, man, when things happen in life, what I need most people to understand is it be a scare for the moment. It's a scare for the moment. And then right at when things look like they're going back to normal, most of us as individuals are going to go right back to the same thing. Most of us don't been on learn the damn thing. Most of us ain't been on learn the damn thing. We'll go right back to putting the wrong type of people in office. We'll go right back that way. Don't know nothing about him. All we know that individual look good. He got millions of dollars. He don't give a rat's ass about you. I don't know what this message is for. Most of these government officials don't care about you. If they walking with Christ, that's going to tell me everything I need to know. From here on out, I want to know their spiritual background. That's what I want to know. Republican, Democrat, don't matter. What are you walking with Christ? That's what I want to know. From here on out, when I vote, I want to know if the individual's walking with Christ. I want to know their spiritual background. That's what I need to know. Democrat or Republican. I don't know what religion he is, but it certainly ain't no Baptist, or it can't be. I don't know, but it's certainly not that. If the world the way it is, it certainly can't be that, because no Christian would do the things that the government officials are doing, taking away EBT food stamps. No government official would do that. But like I said, once again, I'm going to constantly be redundant. We as individual people put him in there. We did it. So it is what it is. Dude, who are you talking to? Hey, I'm talking to God. This topic gonna get off regardless, no matter who's on here. That's what I need people to understand. So I don't care who gets in the comment section. See, I'm not one of those inspirational speakers who I'm not one of them inspirational speakers who look at numbers and all that. I don't do that. I get on here and I'm gonna drop content one way or the other. The message gonna get off to somebody. Somebody gonna hear the message. See, I don't let that type of stuff get to me. So whoever wants to listen, listen. Whoever don't want to listen can simply turn it off. It ain't gonna make me a difference. Okay? That answers your question today, sir. Most people who be getting on here being negative and stuff like that, most of y'all are the ones that I be talking about. Most people that get in here that are negative ones, they ain't got nothing better to do with their time. They twiddling their thumbs doing absolutely nothing with their time. Most people don't have nothing to do with their time anyway. To sit there and be like computer wards and they ain't got nothing better to do with their time. Most of y'all are the ones who put them in there. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all did it. Most of the ones who always got something negative to say, y'all be the ones. The godly people didn't put them in there. I'm on here to tell you, we didn't put them in there. You guys put them in there. Some of y'all, I don't know what this message is for. The ones who got so much to say and got little to show for it in life, put them in there. I don't know what this message is for. Y'all put the person that's in there officially right now. Y'all put the president in there. Because you didn't look at his spiritual background. You didn't look at it. All y'all looked at or what he can do for the world to make the world better. None of his religious beliefs. None of y'all looked at none of that. And that's what the world gets. But if you keep God first, you're going to get these extra blessings and prosperity anyway. That's why I need y'all to understand. Stop looking for the president to do it. The president can't do nothing that God can't do. I'm going to say that again. Can I say it for the people in the back? The president, can't do nothing that God can't do. That's how I said it. That's how I said it. Brad, what's going on with you, man? I want your input today on this topic, man. We're having it's a controversial topic, but you know me, man. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, putting my hands in the mud a little bit. Today we talking about people are the reason for the bad economy. I want your input and your words on this. What do you think about this right here? He was a very good liar. They took him out. Okay. But yeah, I want to know what you think about this here. Go thank God you're not from the Middle East. This is a real war. That's it. I mean, I thank God. As long as I'm walking with Christ, y'all, what I need y'all to understand, as long as you walking with him, it don't matter what's going on in the world or society anyway. But I just get tired of hearing humans blaming blaming everything on the president. When we put them in there, when y'all put them in there, I don't know what this message is for. We the reason why the world is the way it is. Stop going to buy them Jordans that you know you can't afford. I don't know what this message is for. I don't know what this message is for. What's up, Larry? What you got today? Today, man, we talking about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. That's what we're talking about today. That's today's topic. We the reason for it. Why wars break out, because we can't get along. We too busy hating on the next person. Instead of trying to uplift the next person, we tearing them down. And we looking for a president to get in the White House to change it. And the sad part is it's been this way for years. Everything that I'm telling y'all People spread it when they ditched it. I agree. There's power in numbers. That's it. It is power in numbers. Power in numbers, man. We the president that's in there now, like I said, we put him in there. We got to start looking at the spiritual background. We got to start looking at the spiritual background of these people. And listen, what I want y'all to do too, listen, anybody who get on here talking negative, please ignore the negative naysayers. These individuals are the ones that put them in there. They ain't got nothing better to do with their time. They broken. They ain't got no soul, no heart. But actually, God would turn it over to them today, Lord. Turn them demonic spirits over to you today, Lord. Turn them over to you today. Okay? I hope, God, that we all learned the lesson behind this. I hope we all learned the lesson behind this. See, people don't take nothing serious. People don't take nothing serious here until they actually get in the pickle. Look for a relationship, not a sacrifice right now. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, man, I'm confused. I don't have no idea on what you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking to. If you're talking to another person in the comment section, I have no clue in what you're talking about here. So I don't know what you're talking about. I can't respond to something that I have no clue on what you're first even trying to say. Okay? Yep. So I know the God I serve. I know in my house, I'm going to serve the Lord. Okay, I can't help what you do. I can't help who you put in as president. All I know from here on out, I'm going to look at the spiritual walk of the next president that gets in there. Instead of looking at all the degrees and plaques that they got on their wall, I'm not looking at that. I want to know how their heart going to be, because how their heart is, whoever they worship is going to tell me how the world is going to be ran. Okay, but you know, Jesus Christ is the one who runs the world anyway. These people are only in that position for temporary. God is at the top of the throne at all times. I don't know what this message is for. What do you say? Howdy, my brother. Just wanted to say God bless you and your family. Same to you, man. God bless you and your family as well. Yo, bro, Jesus Christ loves you, man. Solomon, man, Jesus Christ loves you too, man. I want you to know that today. Jesus Christ loves of all, even the negative ones. But I want to get you up to speed today, man. Today we just talking about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. What do you think about it? I want your input. People who gonna get on here and be serious about the topic, not no people that's gonna be on here and be demonic. I want people opinion if they're gonna get on here and be serious about the topic, not talking about off the wall stuff. Okay. Not talking about no off the wall stuff. The older generation have to keep passing knowledge and wisdom down to the youth and let them be guided by the internet. We, the people, can improve the economy without the president. My God, that's it. Finally got somebody on here with some sense. You and my friend Thomas finally got a few people on here with some sense. You are absolutely correct. We as a whole could have stopped this. And we don't really need the president. We as people, y'all, as long as we keeping God first, we can run the world. Think about it. They didn't have no presidents and stuff back then. They had kings. Yeah, they had kings and stuff, but they didn't have a president. We can run this world by ourselves. We really don't need a president. I don't know who this message is for. Okay, one I will say I'm on the wall. Okay. Wrong churches. I mean, churches, I'm trying to see what you're saying here. Churches, I mean, yeah, you can go to the wrong church too. I agree with that too. Sometimes you can go to the wrong church, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're simply talking about why the world is the way it is. We are the reason why the world is poisoned, why people killing one another. Instead of people getting off their ass going to get it the right way, they too busy hating on me. If I can get it, you can get it. That's what people got to understand. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand today. Stop blaming every damn thing on the president is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be funny, but I need people to understand where I'm coming from today. Okay? I'm going to be redundant all day long until I'm black and blue in the face. I need people to understand what I'm saying. President worked for you. What do you mean president worked for me? What do you need? What do you mean? President works for Jesus Christ. He don't work for me. President worked for Jesus Christ. We put a devilish person in the White House. It is what it is. We put a devilish person in the White House. We put a devilish person in there. It's just that it is all it is to it. We put him in there. I wonder what did we learn from this? Like I said before, I don't think we learned anything from this. I can see people right after this still going to put somebody devilish in the White House. Brian, what's going on with you? Hope you're having a blessed and marvelous day. Want to know what you think about this topic here. People are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. I want to know y'all inputs and thoughts on this. If it's something crazy and off the wall that has nothing to do with this, I'd rather you not even comment. We're talking about a serious topic here. Merry Christmas to you too. Only positive vibes on my channel. If there's any negativity, please flee and go somewhere else. I don't want no devilish or demonic spirits on my channel. Merry Christmas to you too, brother, and Happy New Year. That goes for whoever. Whoever gonna get on my channel and be negative, I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna tune out the negativity. We talking about a serious topic here. Okay, that's your opinion. That's fine. I'm not knocking opinions, but I'm saying we gotta be serious about this thing. We gotta be serious. But you gotta word things where I can understand it too. You gotta take your time, y'all. When y'all get on here, take your time and let me know what you're trying to say, so I won't misunderstand what you're saying and I can word it differently than what I'm doing. I think we have to many distractions that has the people hypnotized. We got to find a way to reach more people in the bigger numbers. Well, that too, man, what it is, we need to all walk together as people of God. If we all stood together, how we wait in the line for the polls voting, if we did that for Jesus Christ, just imagine if we were all in line, voting for Jesus Christ the way we do for the president, the world will be better. So we'll go wait in the line for 4-5 hours to wait on the president election, but we won't even go to church and wait for church and God. We won't even go to church or pick up the scripture and wait for God. I don't know what this message is for. We got to learn to stop just throwing anybody in the White House. That's just, that is what it is. And you are right. There is a lot of distractions in the world. There's a lot of distractions. But that's no reason for why who we have in the White House is in there. That's no excuse for why he's in the White House, because there's a lot of distractions. Okay, that's the solution. The question is how. Okay, the question is how is we got to look at the spiritual background. Scott, we got to start looking at the spiritual background of who we're putting in there. Yes, I know they say Republicans are for the rich. I get that. Then they say Democrats supposed to be for the people middle class. But here's the problem I have. We got to start looking at there's more of the spiritual background. That's how we can change this. Because at this point, it don't matter if the person is Republican or Democratic. If they not of God, the government is going to crash anyway. That's what I need people to understand. We're looking at more if they're Republican or Democrat. I want to know the spiritual relief. That's why I think that's how we can make it better. That's it. That's the solution right there. We need to all stick together, stop going out here buying a bunch of bull crap, meaningless things. Meaningless things. I'm not saying in life not to have nice things. But like I said before, why would the government officials lower prices? If I know you're going to go spend $200 on a pair of shoes, why in the hell am I going to make them $30? Why am I going to do that? We can cause these prices to go down if us as people just stick together and look at the spiritual beliefs of the certain individual that we're putting in the White House. That is the solution right there. Us is the solution. We are the solution. We are the solution for it. It ain't no damn president. We are the solution. Keeping God first in the forefront is how we're going to get the world better. There's the answer. There you have it. That's it. We are the solution. That's the problem. Problem solved. Now that we know the solution, what are we as individuals going to do about it? That's what I want to know today. So we know the solution. So what we going to do about it for the next 4 years? These are answers I want to hear. I want to know the answer to this. I want to know what are we going to do about it now that we know the solution. Because one thing is knowing something and doing and knowing is two different things. You can know something all day long. As individuals, are we going to do it? That's what I want to know. Are we going to do it? You know it, but are you going to do it? Or are we gonna let the next 4 years go by with the next president in, and the world gonna be the same too? What are we gonna do? Come together. I hear that, but are we gonna do it? Like I said, it's easy to get on here and say come together, but us as people, are we actually gonna do that? That's what I wanna know. April, what's going on with you? Yammy, what's going on? April, what's up with you? We talking about people are the reason for the bad economy, not the president. What do you think about this here? Most of us as individuals, we put them in there. Yeah, but he got impeached, but guess what? He's still running the world. And guess why? Because we put him in there. And we allow him to think he can get away with whatever. But in God's eyes, we know he's not getting away with these things. We know that. He got to face his karma, don't worry. He got follow rules. That's it. That's it. Is that God? We talk about God. Yeah, we talking about God. I'm talking about like we are the reason why the world the way it is. We just throw anybody in the White House. We did it. You know, you're not getting no stimulus check no more. We worried about a damn stimulus check. That's crazy. We need to learn to vote the right people. We got to learn to have a gift of discernment. This is the reason why the world is messed up. Most people don't have a damn gift of discernment. What's a gift of discernment? When you walking with Jesus Christ. If most people had a gift of discernment and they was walking in alignment with God, the world would be better. Because we would use a better judgment. We would use a better judgment. And we wouldn't be in this pickle. We wouldn't be in this mess. If we use the gift of a better judgment and put the right people in there that actually believe in God. I don't know who this message is for. I don't know who this message is for. We got to start looking at ourselves in the mirror. That's what we got to do. Topical price. What's going on with you? We did it. We did it to ourselves. But I need y'all to do me a very serious favor. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button, okay? That way when I drop these videos, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are notified. Now, what do you say both parties are bad? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying when you say both parties are bad. You mean when you say both parties are bad, are you talking about Democrat and Republican? I feel like if you walking with Christ, that solves the problem. That solves the problem. If the president whatever president we learn to put in there, if we learn to look at their spiritual background instead of what he don't did in the past, we wouldn't even be in this pickle, y'all. I need y'all, I'm trying to get y'all to understand what I'm trying to say. Y'all not getting it. I'm trying to break it down to y'all like a fraction. Okay, listen, I need y'all to stay with me here. See, I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about off the wall stuff. Where right now, this is a serious topic. And to answer your question on that, yes, I do. But now we're back to the main ingredient. I'm only 9 years old and this makes sense. Wow. See, you got kids on here that understand what I'm talking about. You said you are only 9 years old and this makes sense. I'm glad you understand what I'm saying here. We as people, sweetheart, is why the world is the way it is. Put people in there with spiritual beliefs that actually believe in God. When we surround ourselves around godly people, we will be better off. The world is demonic because we made it demonic. We had a choice. We had a choice, but we chose this route, so this is where we are. Okay? Anytime. But listen, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead and end this thing in a prayer. All right, I want y'all to close your eyes. Bow your heads, close your eyes with me. I know this was a touchy subject, but I felt like I needed to get this topic off. Let me read this. I got some more comments coming in. Christian nationalism is a political and that use religious language to push power, identity, and nationalism. The two are not the same, and it's important to be honest about that dysfunction. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I want y'all to bow your heads and close your eyes with me. I'm done with this thing. I would say don't end it. Okay. So what do you think about it? I mean, even though you say you're 9 years old, what's your opinion? I like to get everybody's opinion on this topic. I won't end it. You know, people get in here and act like they don't talk and with some sense, and I'll keep it going. Safe space for the. Hey, I love everybody. It don't matter about it. My birthday's today. Can you say happy birthday to me before you say the prayer? Happy birthday to you, sweetheart. I'm gonna say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, April, and many more. Normally, I already say the birthday. I normally sing that at the beginning. I normally do that on my first live of the day. But anyway, happy birthday and blessings and prosperity to you today. And happy 9th birthday to you and many more. Okay? Happy birthday to you. All right, y'all. I'm done here. I am done with this right here. I'm done conversing with y'all. Thank you guys for who tuned in with me. I greatly appreciate you being on my channel today. Thank you so much for that. All right, y'all. Add me, y'all. April. Why is that powerful, strong, kind, brave, heartwarming? All those things. He's very good on something. That's it. Maybe he needs some prayer. He just need a little prayer. But anyway, I'm done, y'all. Y'all bow your heads, close your eyes with me. No, I didn't, man. That was at the. Why you in my live? How you in my live and you in there? Okay, baby, hold on. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out here like last year. Cook, boom, peace, love you, blessings.